Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the beautiful Northwoods. We're going to be spending the next 5 days traveling across the Midwest, fishing different bodies of water in search of some giant muskie. And as always, we're going to fish some crazy and big lures and see if we can get some muskie to eat them. We're starting out at a small river in central Wisconsin doing some shore fishing, and from there we're just going to keep on driving north, fishing different remote lakes until we find some fish. It's a beautiful morning to do some fishing. Let's get all ready, let's get rigged up, and let's catch some muskie. We're gonna start out with the old trusty 8-inch white glide. I'd like to put a fish or two in the net first to build up the confidence, and then we can start tossing around those bigger and more unique lures. First things first, we gotta try to get a fish to eat this. I know there is a bunch of giant muskie in here, so hopefully it won't be too long before we can get one to strike. We'll start out at the river down here and then make our way all the way up to the dam and spend a good portion of the morning fishing up by the dam. I think that might be our best chance at some fish. I'm a little surprised not even a follow. I was kind of expecting a little pike on this thing. Seems like the pike just can't resist this lure. Every time I take it out, right away I get a pike to bite. They definitely like it, and there is a ton of aggressive pike in here. We'll make our way up to the dam in just a little bit, make some casts up there, and see if we have any better luck. Water is definitely murky. There's been a lot of rain in the last few weeks, and it has made this water extremely dirty. That's why a color like this works so well. If you got stained or chocolate milk looking water, throwing a white glide bait shows up perfect. Probably one of the best colors for water like this. Doesn't really matter how dirty it is, you can still see it. And so can the fish. What do we got here? Nice muskie or pike? Whatever it is big. Oh, it's a giant pike. This might be a 40-incher. This thing is huge. Look at that. Wow. There we go. What a beautiful beautiful pike. Not only am I gonna get my own lure out of this fish's mouth, but I'm also gonna get somebody else's. Don't want to leave this guy with any lures in him. Not a muskie, but still a really, really nice fish. Hammered the white glide. That is just awesome. We're gonna send her right back in the water. Make sure she swims off safe and sound. And there she goes. Even if we're out here to catch some big muskie, a beautiful pike like that is always a treat. It seems like these really big pike just can't resist the 8-inch white glide. I think that is the 3rd or 4th giant pike this season I've caught on a big glide like that. Just wow. Beautiful spot with some absolutely beautiful fish. I'm gonna get it tied right back on. We're gonna make another cast and see what we catch next. One pike. How about you?
I was over there. I had a 6-pound line, and this
Is that your plastic you got on? I just caught a pike with this plastic in its mouth. That is so cool. No way.
his mouth.
Yeah, it was in his mouth. I pulled it right out of his mouth. I caught him right there. He had this bait in his mouth.
Oh my goodness.
It must have been the same fish that 8 years came over and ate mine.
100% mine.
Dude, hey, take it back, man. That is so cool. I mean, what are the chances that he comes and eats mine?
That was...
Yeah, it had really light line on it too, like on the bait itself. That is so cool.
6 inch. I had a 6-pound line, and I was right over by there, and all of a sudden, looked down, big silver, big gold thing, just big thing, 38 inches.
Yeah, wow. That is so cool.
I know.
What are the chances of that? 8 years, he snapped off, and then I catch him.
Wow, that is 100% insane.
That is a crazy coincidence. Good luck, man. I hope you catch some big fish. Wow, that is just unreal. Ate his lure, he snapped off on it. I caught the fish and gave him back his lure. Must be some crazy aggressive fish in here. That is just unreal. We'll keep on throwing this thing around. It's been about an hour and a half since I caught that pike. I'm sure there's some big fish in here that want to eat this. It's just a matter of time. We'll throw it for a little bit longer, see if we can get something else, and then move on to a different spot. It's been about 3 hours since I caught that pike, and since then, I haven't even had as much as a follow. So I'm gonna pack everything up, get all ready, hop in the truck, and we're gonna go try another body of water that should hopefully have some aggressive muskie. Welcome to beautiful lake number 2. We tried a few other spots, a few lakes, rivers, and creeks that had muskie in them. Sadly, we never got any to eat the bigger lures, so I drove 4 hours this morning up to this lovely, small, remote lake, quite literally in the middle of nowhere. Not many people know about it. I'm the only boat out here today, and I am on a mission to catch some big muskie. We're joined with a lovely girlfriend today. We're gonna throw around some big baits and see if we can't find some aggressive muskie. We'll start out with the 10-inch Bumblebee Glide and see if we can get something to strike. It has an incredible action. Nice slow sink, wide turns. I got a good feeling about today. If I'm gonna catch a big muskie on this lure anywhere, it is probably gonna be at this lake. It is slightly windy today. I think it's around 53, 54 degrees, 25-mile-per-hour winds. That shouldn't stop us from getting some big fish. We'll just have to throw this thing around a while and see if these fish are hungry today. Just a little guy. You want to pass me the net, buddy? Thank you. Really little guy. All right. The bait might be the size of this fish. That is definitely a hungry fish. I mean, look at the size of the bait compared to the size of the fish. This might be the smallest muskie I've ever seen pulled out of here. I'll take it though. A fish is a fish. I'm gonna get the hook out and send him on his way. Want to make sure he swims off all right. I'm gonna give him a second. Does he got a bluegill in there? It's kind of what it looks like. Oh. Okay, he was ready to go. I think he had a bluegill in his stomach too. Wow, definitely a hungry fella. If you are gonna be musky fishing, guys, buy yourself a pair of hook cutters. I could have probably gotten that out. I just didn't want to risk it, so I cut the hooks and popped them out just like that. Didn't want to try yanking the whole hook. Cut right down the middle. It's a safer way to do it, especially if it is in or close to their gills. Proper gear is extremely important. We're gonna get right back out there and see if we can't catch one a little bit bigger. For the setup we've got, I like to run a really heavy setup so I can get these fish in the net and back in the water. I'm running 60-pound braid to an 80-pound fluorocarbon leader, a Legend Tournament St. Croix musky rod, and of course the PC Fun bait casting reel. As always, I'll have everything linked in the description below. And if you do want to pick up one of these reels, please use code SPELTS15 and you will save 15% on your order. It's starting to get a little windy out here, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to make our way to the other side of the lake, try to find some wind-blocked areas, and see if we can't find a muskie or two over there. There we go. Want to pass me the net? Thank you. What a gorgeous little muskie. Even though she's not big, she is still beautiful. Can't complain when they're eating big baits. Let's send her back in the water. She should be good to go. Yeah. Just incredible. Beautiful fish at an incredibly beautiful, beautiful fishery. Let's get right back out there and catch another. The wind has calmed down just a little bit. Seems like we're gonna have 30 minutes to an hour of some calmer weather right before the storm. So we're gonna throw around a little bit of topwater today and spend the next 30 minutes seeing if we can get a giant muskie to eat the spook. As soon as the wind picks right back up, we'll start throwing around that bumblebee lure again. Till then, let's see if we can get something to eat this. Now that the wind is finally gone, the mosquitoes are back out, and they are going crazy. I think I've gotten bit a little over 50 times in just the last 10 minutes. They are everywhere out here. As much as I don't like the wind while fishing, I would much rather have it be windy and not have to deal with mosquitoes. Especially at a lake surrounded by woods. There is a lot of them out here today. I'm almost looking forward to the wind to come back, just to get rid of these guys. Fish? Oh, it's a muskie.
It is?
Yeah. A little one, but it's a muskie. Be your first one. All right, ready? Bring your rod up here. There we go. That's your first ever muskie. Look at that. That is awesome. Look at this beautiful fish, guys. Just a little guy, but it is a muskie, and a beautiful one. You want a picture? Okay, so you're gonna hold him like that. Yep, I'll grab a quick pic. Okay, send him back. Be careful. Hold him all the way until you get to the water. Yep. So you need to get down. Perfect. She'll shoot right off. Hold her there for a second, make sure she's good. And she's off. Nice job. That is awesome. Beautiful spot, too. There you go. I'm glad you got one. He missed it. Wow. That was a nice fish, too. I just built this muskie box. I think it took me around 4.5 hours, and in total, around $40 to $45, including parts and also including the box. Really cost-effective way to hold all your muskie gear. I've got a little under 100 lures in here, including all the way up to 14 and 15-inch glides. Fit in this box. Works awesome for me, and you can also stand on it and use it as a casting platform. Super sturdy, works awesome, and fits perfectly in my boat. I absolutely love it. We're gonna keep on throwing around the Bumblebee Glide and get ourselves another fish. A little smaller than I thought she was. Oh, wow. I don't need the net for this guy. Another little guy, but still a muskie on the 10-inch lure. We'll just send her back quick. That muskie was deep up in those weeds up there. There's a nice little creek that runs in through here. I'm guessing there might be a few more muskie in front of this creek. The wind is starting to pick up quite a bit out there. This is the only wind-blocked area that I can find on the whole lake. And I've been fishing it for maybe the last hour. It's been, I'd say, close to 2.5 hours since that last fish. I even tried a little topwater and still sadly couldn't get another fish to bite. So we're gonna call it a day. I would definitely consider today to be an absolute success. Even though we came out here to fish a giant lure for some giant muskie, we caught 3 muskie in one day on such a cool and big lure. You really can't complain with that at all. Today was just amazing. Beautiful spot, beautiful fish. I'm definitely glad I drove all the way up here this morning to fish this place. I know there is some giant muskie in here. I've seen some really, really big ones. I think it's just a matter of time. I'll be back here very, very soon. Maybe next time, instead of fishing a 10-inch glide, I might fish a 14 or 15-inch glide. I mean, if these 24 to 28-inch muskie like 10-inch glides, I could only imagine the bigger ones wouldn't mind eating a 14, 15, or maybe even 16-inch glide. There's a lot of fish in here, there's some big ones, and I think if I come out here enough, I should get into something nice. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. As always, if you made it this far in the video, I picked up a second one of these exact same lures to give away to one of you guys as a thank you for watching this far into the video. And if you want to win this lure, all you have to do is, of course, like the video and leave a comment down below the biggest fish you caught this year, and you're entered into the giveaway. Simple as that. You don't have to subscribe. Just come back for the next video to find out if you won. I'm going to get packed up and I'm going to get out of here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys mean the absolute world to me. Sorry we didn't get a big fish today, but honestly, the wind was brutal. It was almost impossible to work the glide. I couldn't stay in one spot, and it was fun, but at the same time, it would have been a lot more fun if it wasn't as windy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Until I see you guys in the next one. Peace out.